Hey there, folks. Pastor Corey here. You may have heard by now that it sounds like things are going to start opening up again. I mean, landscapers are going back to work. Some people who weren't able to work before are now able to work. It seems like we're headed in a good direction, and maybe we're going to get to see things go back to some kind of normal. But the truth is, one of the things that won't be normal quite yet is attending the Caledonia gathering in person. We're not going to open up Sunday morning gatherings yet, and here's why. We want you to know that there are three big reasons. The first is that it's not a decision that we're making based out of fear, but rather it's one that we're making out of faith. You see, our faith centers on the person of Jesus, and Jesus was so clear with his disciples. He said, "This is the new command I'm giving you. Love one another the way that I loved you." I mean, the love of Jesus is entirely self-sacrificial. And the Apostle Paul, who was following Jesus' example, he told Christians that they ought to be willing to lay down their rights for the sake of somebody else and to take on the nature of a servant. And James, the brother of Jesus, said that the only practice of faith worth its salt was the one that cared for the most vulnerable in society. And so, because we want to follow Jesus and we want to inspire others to do so too, we're going to put the needs of our neighbors ahead of our own rights. We're going to sacrifice for the sake of somebody else, especially the most vulnerable in our society. And so that means, for the time being, that we're going to continue to meet online. Now, the second reason has to do more with the specific mission of our church. You see, our mission is to tell people about the life and the love of Jesus and to inspire you to learn to live and love like him. Now, this might come as a shock to you, but our mission isn't to gather on Sunday mornings. I mean, we love it. I miss it. But that's not it. Gathering on Sunday mornings aids our mission, but it's not the mission itself. We want people to know about the love of Jesus, and we want to inspire people to live and love like him. And the truth is, we can do that in our house gatherings that meet online, on our online worship gatherings, and we can have you join in that mission by growing in your own faith in the house gatherings or one-on-one discipleship, or contributing financially, or even better, to share it with other people by inviting them using the link that we pass out on Sunday mornings. You see, Sunday morning aids the mission, but it should never become the mission. The mission is to be inspired to live and love like Jesus. And the third reason that we're holding back yet is that the truth is, currently health officials for our state are advising us to abide by the stay-at-home order. And so we should. I mean, if you're thinking to yourself, well, I don't know anyone who's gotten sick, that's because social distancing is working. And so for now, until family ministry with Johanna can operate in person, until we can assure people of a safe place to worship with your family, your children, we're going to love our community by staying home. But just so you know, because I think it's good to know where the finish line is, here's how we see things rolling out in the future. Here's what we're going to do. This may change. We'll have to kind of pivot here and there, but here's what we're planning to do. Phase 1, that's where we are now. Everything's online. Phase 2, well, once the restrictions start to lift and health officials advise, then we're going to more than likely start by returning to in-person house gatherings. But we're also going to create an online house gathering for those who can't rejoin because of distance or health reasons. And then in phase 2, our worship will stay online. In phase 3, though, once restrictions are lifted on large group gatherings, we too, if it's safe, will return to large group gatherings. But for now, remember, Jesus said that the thing that would distinguish his disciples in this world was the way they loved others, with a self-sacrificial love. We aren't the people who demand personal rights and freedoms at the risk of society's most vulnerable. Jesus' people are the people who lay them down for the sake of someone else. And all of this, to me, means that we have an incredible opportunity here to share the mercy and the love of Jesus. You see, if you aren't in need right now, if you have, then share with those who don't have in the name of Jesus. And if you are in need right now, let us know, because we want to help. And if you're frustrated, then take some of that energy and channel it into serving the people around you. You see, we will be together again. But until then, let's live in love like Jesus. Now, if you're thinking, well, that was really quick, Corey, I need more information on the plan, on the rollout, how's this all going to work, you can go ahead to our website, thecaledoniagathering.org, and we'll have more information about how this rolls out. But until then, live and love like Jesus. We'll talk to you later, guys.